King Global Ventures is a North American-focused precious metals and base metals company with focus on its flagship Black Canyon project in Yavapai County, Arizona, totaling 4,000 acres and comprising of 15 former operating mines. We've got CEO Robert Dzisiak and Chief Geologist Andrew Lee Smith joining us today. I'm Martin Gago with Market Radius Research. Please remember, this is neither recommendation nor investment advice. We're here to learn about the company. Thank you. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. You've been getting some work done this, last fall, last winter. How are things been going?
Sure. Well, Martin, thank you very much for having us. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, since we spoke last, we finished our maiden drill program on the Howard, completed 9,000 feet of drilling on the Silver Card project. We got those results back, pretty exciting. We got our teeth into something, and then we just finished another 9,000 at the Howard. We have no assays back. So we've had a pretty busy 6 months of drilling. King is pretty ambitious in what we're doing given the size of our project. We have lots of drilling yet to do. We hope to go back in early February back to the Silver Cord and try to expand the drilling from the results that we got there. You know, we had our highlight intercept of 9 feet, 2.7 meters of 22-ounce silver, a ton, gram of gold, 0.6 of lead, 1% of zinc, and 375 grams of antimony. And we had a few other hits in there as well. So it's exciting times for us. We're in the middle of a financing, raising another $4 million, which will all go into drilling. And we want to focus back on the Silver Cord to build on the results that we've got, go to the Golden Turkey, which was an excellent old mine, high-grade gold and silver, and then go to the Iron Horse, which has a great potential as a VMS. We spent a lot of time and money on the ground looking at that project, and we're able to drill all of them this coming year. So we're pretty excited about that. And with that, I'll let Andy talk about the results that we've gotten today.
Yeah, that'd be great. Andrew, yeah, please. It looks like you've got some slides set up here. Walk us through a little more detail on your drill results.
Sure. Rob gave a great explanation of how we got to where we are, and we're coming into the new year with some expectations and some objectives that we're going to be testing here over the next 1 to 2 quarters. But this is part and parcel of a 36-month program that we've basically starting year 2 now, that is designed to test all of the potential of the project. So it's going to be quite a busy year. The thing that sort of shifted our focus a little bit is the result that we got from the Silver Cord drilling program that we announced in December. These are the 4 project areas that we're focusing on right now: the Silver Cord, the Golden Turkey, the Iron Horse, and the Howard Copper. You're looking at a satellite image of the Black Canyon Belt, as it's called. That north-south stripe in the center of the slide is prospective ground for copper and silver and gold deposits, as demonstrated not only by the presence of all these historic mining operations, but also by the geophysical responses that we've got from the VTEM survey that we conducted last year. So we're now moving on to culling the herd and prioritizing our next steps with respect to how to start building some value. And we think we've got a pretty good start on Silver Cord. It was a program that was initiated in October and wrapped up, September, I guess, and wrapped up just before the took about 2 month program to drill. Sorry, it ended in September. This is just an image of the site and our drill setup on Silver Cord. We're sitting on a ridge that's trending to the top left of the hill there, and we're essentially moved the drills along this ridge, bisecting to test the geology that hosted the Silver Cord deposit, which in this image, the opening is immediately below where the drill is, down about 300 feet. We've had successful drilling. The drill program itself technically went pretty well. The permitting went well. We're actually in the national forest here, so getting the drill permits and performing well and basically getting a stamp of approval from the Forest Service has been sort of paved the way for us to keep moving forward and continuing to do a good job in the eyes of the Forest Service, which will allow us to be more active on the ground.
Andrew, how many drill holes did this program consist of?
It was 7 drill holes. And,
Okay.
what you're looking at now is an aerial view of that ridge. That ridge goes from right to left about 2/3 of the way down. That yellow line that you see going is the road, the access road. The red traces are the drill holes. And what I like to point out here is that you're looking at also the projected indications of the former Cleater high-grade gold mine, the former Silver Cord high-grade silver mine, and the Gold Cord mines, which were also high-grade gold and silver. And so what we were doing in drilling these holes was taking a slice right through this entire area to see what was going on, with the hopes that we would see extensions to these known workings, or as I think you can imagine from seeing this close clustering of mining operations, that there are several other opportunities for the development of mineralization in this area, as dictated by the geology and in particularly by the faulting that's occurred over time. So these drill holes were successful in intersecting the geophysical anomalies that we wanted to test. But more importantly, they hit some significant mineralization. If you look at the results that we put out in December, there's some highlights here. The drill holes are on hole 4, hole 5, hole 6, hole 7. These were the holes where we all intersected quartz veins that bear high-grade silver, a little bit of gold in places, but also antimony, which is interesting because antimony currently sits on the top of the Defense Department's list of critical minerals. And that has given us some idea that the situation is a little bit more complex than we thought in terms of the mineralization, and that was really proven out by the drilling. What we're seeing now, what appears to be the case, is that we're looking at a system of veins that include the Cleater, the Silver Cord, the Gold Cord, and there are other workings on that hill that never developed into mining operations, but definitely exposed mineralization and quartz veins. So we're starting to get a picture of a bigger system where you have a stacked set of these mineralized silver and antimony veins developed in close proximity to one another. So that's what appears to be the case. And to add to the picture is the fact that these veins are what they call polymetallic. There's been at least 4 pulses of mineralization into these fractures that have formed the ore-bearing veins. Some of them had gold copper, some of them had gold silver, and there's another phase that has gold, silver, and antimony as well. And those are all reactivated along these same structures. So these veins differ in character depending on what sort of part of the mineralizing system they were, but they are a set of veins that have common geometry and common mineralization for the most part. And that this full suite of metals is found in all of the drilling, just in varying degrees, that would focus any mining activity on one mineral or the other, gold or silver. And I think this is starting to explain not only the distribution of the mineralization in this area, but why there seems to be some variation in the mineral content of these veins. You have the Silver Cord, which is high-grade silver. Very close by, you have the Cleater vein, which is high-grade gold, and then the Gold Cord, which is a little bit of both. And then what we're seeing more of these veins, but now we've got the inclusion of this last phase of mineralization that includes antimony as well. So it's a very interesting set of results. You can see the high-grade silver here that we've accumulated here, 1,600 grams per ton. These are all been previously released and are significant mineralization. And even the widths, these are vein deposits, but you can look at some of the intervals here of 10 feet, 24 feet, 59 feet. There's a fairly significant system here that we're coming to start to understand. This is a cross-section view. This is that same ridge, and these are the traces of the drill holes, and these are where we've intersected the high-grade silver and antimony values. This is in cross-cutting. You can see them here, close together. And what's interesting is that if you look at these two, which are the most high-grade, substantial intersections, they're trending sort of north 20 degrees east. That is the same trend as silver cord, gold cord, and the Cleater mine as well. So we're starting to see some commonality between these structures. However, it appears that these are quite likely new structures that have not been found before. So if you look at it broadly, and this first pass drilling along this ridge to take a slice through the geology has identified a significant amount of mineralization. How it all connects and how we move forward is the next step. I think that this is a picture of, I just wanted to show you this. This is kind of the complexity that we see in these veins. This is the Golden Turkey vein, but it's very close by. The Golden Turkey is just outside of this realm and shares a lot of the same geometry and mineralization with silver cord and Cleater and the gold cord as well. But you actually have two veins
Andrew,
here. Yes.
sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
You say quite close. Like how? Like a couple of hundred meters, or
Uh,
what is kind of that scale of that
um,
distance? I don't think I caught that on the map before there. It looks pretty close, but I'm
the
not
Golden
sure.
Turkey, the Golden Turkey is just off the slide right here. So that
Yeah,
would
and
be
about how many meters? Like, what is the scale on this map here, just to get a bit
that,
of a sense?
that's 1,000 feet. This drill hole here is 1,000 feet. So
Okay, okay, all right, okay.
so it is
So
part of the system, and I'll talk a little bit more about the Shylock deformation zone.
yeah,
Not to get too technical, but the question you're asking requires an explanation. This is a broad zone of geological disruption that actually is about a mile wide and runs over about 20 or 30 miles. It's
yeah,
got a major fault on the east and a major fault on the west, and in between those two faults, you've got this deformation zone, which has created um, these geological situations that allow these veins to develop. So I think we're looking at some significant potential throughout this zone, but right now we're focused on following up the silver cord and trying to get a handle on that.
yeah. So try to get as much information on that sort of smaller subregion
Yeah,
to
and
build understand that little system as good as you could.
exactly. And one of the things that is requires some diligence here is figuring out which of these veins we're seeing in the drill hole.
Yeah,
Right now, you got the Golden Turkey, which has they call these the parent veins, which
yep,
form, and they called and these flat veins that came off it are what was mined. So you've got this slightly complex geometry, sort of like branches in a tree. And it'll take a little bit more work to get a feel for it. But if I can just jump back here, one of the most interesting things about these veins that we see in this area is that these underground workings are available to access through underground. This is not something that we're planning to do shortly, but we do have the ability with existing underground workings to move into this region and do some bulk sampling if we believe that's justified down the road. So there's a very clear path forward here, and we're following it. The infrastructure is not something to shrug off because it's really important, both in terms of defining the geometry, but also potentially providing us with access to do underground exploration, underground drilling, without looking at the surface disruption, and certainly to be able to test these things from a metallurgical point of view. So, if the silver and antimony grades are what we expect them to be, there will probably be a way to get some samples and get them processed in the region and produce some antimony, produce a lot of detailed knowledge about these vein systems that'll help us going forward.
Is there a lot of data you have at all from the historical mines that are there?
A lot of this has been undocumented, and that's the
Yeah.
problem. A lot of these openings were done in the late 1860s. So
Okay.
we've been into these, and we're starting to map them now, starting to realize their importance, I think, because it was really hard with silver here and gold here to figure out whether these were connected, whether they're two different systems. But the question that we've answered now is it's one big system, and it's formed in a series of pulses that had
Yeah.
mineralogical characteristics within the same veins themselves. So these veins were reactivated 3 or 4 times with different pulses of mineralization is what appears to be coming out of that. And the interesting part about that is that we're seeing a polymetallic deposit that has precious and base metals in it, but also we've got antimony, which I think puts a little bit of interest on
Yeah.
it. This region and this belt is actually known for antimony deposits. The Shylock mine, 20 miles north of this, in this same deformation zone, is the highest antimony grade mine in Arizona.
Hmm. All
So
right.
you've got a critical minerals spin on this on top of the base and precious metals, which is
All
makes
right.
yeah.
So now with the data you've collected here, and you still have more data on the come here. Is that correct? You've done some drilling but you don't have that data yet.
Correct. The second phase of the Howard Copper drilling is actually it'll be completed today, Rob. I just heard that they'll probably end that program today. We're hoping to get it finished before Christmas, but we had to come back and finish up the last hole. So that program's done. All those assays will be out to the assay lab, and those results will be available probably in the next 6 to 8 weeks, I would think.
All right. Okay. So now what? You are raising some money here to do the next phase of your drill program. Can you give us a bit of a highlight on what your plans are there?
Sure, we've got 43 million shares outstanding. We've done every raise at a higher level. The last raise was done at 50 cents, so this raise is at 60 cents, so $4 million. The majority of it is spoken by insiders in the company, and the money will all go into drilling. And so we're pretty excited. We think that we've been able to de-risk the project by the amount of drilling that we've done to date. In the exploration, we continue to do that. And so we want to build on the results and then expand to the areas that we haven't drilled yet. Andy spoke about the Golden Turkey, the Iron Horse. So we're pretty excited about what we see. It's all connected, contiguous, 4,000 acres. 1 hour north of Phoenix, tier 1 mining jurisdiction, great infrastructure. We've built a pretty good sized camp on private land in the town of Cleator. And so we've got the logistics worked out, team in place, and we're just looking forward to continuing to build on value for our shareholders.
And the focus on the drilling is going to be where?
We drilled in the summer.
Yeah.
We just finished drilling on the Howard, the second phase. We're going to move
Yeah.
back to Silver Cord for follow-up drilling on the intersections. Then we're going to move over to Golden Turkey or Iron Horse, depending on what the permitting situation is. Iron Horse is a very prominent prospective target based on the geology and the geophysics. So and it's quite large. So this from here to here is 7 miles. So
All right.
that's a very significant target in there. We hope to get that in the first half of this year. So Silver Cord next, then either Golden Turkey and Iron Horse or Iron Horse and Golden Turkey. Golden Turkey is going to be drilling down dip on the historic mining operations, which Rob said was mined through the 20s and to the 1950s as a high grade gold mine. So these are the obvious targets and are based on well, not Iron Horse, but Golden Turkey, Silver Cord, and Howard are historic mining operations. We're not looking for mineralization. The mineralization is here. We're trying to find extensions to it. The Iron Horse is a significantly highly evolved geophysical and geological target. that sits in a geological package that is known for producing copper gold VMSs. So we're quite interested in this and hope to get to it in either before Golden Turkey or after. But this is a bit of a permitting juggle.
Yeah.
Seeing which permits are going to arrive first allows us to do the planning. So that's what Rob and I have been talking about early this week, and we're going to continue to develop that. But boots are going to be on the ground here in the next couple of days, and we're going to carry on.
And obviously, you're getting data back on the Howard project there. So depending on that, what that looks like, then you can allocate resources accordingly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, gentlemen, we've covered a lot. Anything else you want to highlight before we wrap it up?
Please, you can see our deck and look at the project more in depth at our website, kingglobal.gold. And we're trading on the CSE under the symbol KING and on the OTC QB under KGLDF. So please, if you're interested, take a closer look at us. I think you'll be quite interested.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks for the update and talk to you again soon.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mark.
Mark.